Hello everyone. How are we all going? Just making sure I'm on Facebook that everyone can see me and hear me. There you go. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear myself. Everyone can see me and hear me. Yeah, okay, good. I'll just leave it here. As you come in, come and say hi. If you watch it on replay, hashtag replay. How are we all going? You good? So we have a really interesting session today about fear, about why fear stops us from riding our horses. And I'm gonna look slightly to the right to see my phone to see if there's any. I need to refresh every time. I want to see comments and comments, or when you say hi. So forgive me if I look away from the camera for a little bit. So today we're going to talk about fear and why it stops us from riding our horses, and why we are being so harsh on ourselves and thinking the worst case scenarios. I'd like to share how we can navigate the fear of riding and finally go on those beautiful trail rides that you always dream about, or go to the beach or to a clinic, or even a fun competition. So as I said, if you're here, come and say hi. Welcome to all the new members. Lovely to have you here. If you watch it on replay, just hashtag replay in the comments below. I'm here every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Tag your friends who struggle with lack of confidence, anxiety, or fear, or self-doubt. Invite them to this group so they can join this training as well. If you don't know me, I'm Abby Spielman. I'm a trauma therapist who works with female equestrian all across Australia to overcome fear, anxiety, and self-doubt to become confident riders. So let me ask you this. Who here has the belief that I shouldn't feel this way because I've been riding all my life, even on wild horses, or I'm afraid I'm going to get hurt? Or what if I fall down? Who will come and help me? Who will cook dinner for my kids? Who will take care of my horses, the other farm animals I've got, right? Or I'm afraid that I'm gonna get hurt. Who I hear can resonate with these statements? Let me know in the comments below. Just need to refresh every time. So yeah, let me know from which of one of those statements resonate with you. I know I've been struggling with, I'm afraid that if I fall off and hurt myself, who will take care of my kids? Who will take care of my horses? Who even cook dinner? That scenario kept playing in my head quite a lot. And I know falling off is definitely something still on my mind, not gonna lie, but I used to be much worse, to the point that it's actually I couldn't ride, and thinking of all the worst case scenarios. However, now I have techniques and strategies to help me shift from those beliefs. If when they pop up, I can shift them and continue my riding journey with my beautiful horses. So everything I'm gonna share with you today is exactly what I did to grow my confidence and how I managed to eliminate some of the what ifs, reduce the intensity of the what ifs, and go back to present moment. So as a therapist who works with female riders, I know how tough it can be, when you're struggling with self-doubt. And it's very common, even for experienced riders, to question your abilities. You might think like, even I'm not good enough, or I shouldn't feel this way, I've been riding for so long, or something bad will happen, or sometimes even I'm not worth it. And this thought can make riding really hard and take away all the fun, right? It's important to know that these feelings are okay. Riding can be scary, and past experiences, traumatic events, even small ones, can stick with us and affect our nervous system. Now, if you remember, I talked about what trauma is in my previous videos. So if you want the recording, just comment the word trauma and I'll send you a copy of that recording. But in short, trauma affects our nervous system. And if we haven't dealt with the emotions that we felt during our traumatic events, this emotion will stay in our body. And every time our nervous system believes we are unsafe, those emotions will come up. So maybe you fell off, had a bad lesson, just felt a moment of fear along your journey. Your body remembers these things, and they can pop up again even when you're just thinking about riding. And it can pop up when you're not even with your horses. It's just when your nervous system believes that you are in danger. That's why you might feel uneasy or worried even if nothing bad is happening right now. So let me know who is here, know the feeling that you are with your horse and your horse is calm. However, you feel so anxious in your body, like butterflies, or your heart rate is racing, your heart rate is racing. It's very confusing, isn't it? And it's distract you from being fully the experience with your horse, isn't it? So it's very important to remember that you are allowed to feel however you feel. Don't beat yourself up of being scared or unsure. Those feelings are normal, especially when you're doing something that takes courage, like horseback riding. Trying to ignore those feelings will make things even worse. So if you know the statement, the more you resist persists, that's exactly that with our emotions. And a common misconception is that if I just have a calm horse, it will fix everything. But it's not quite that simple, isn't it? A gentle, calm horse can be very helpful, but it won't magically make your worries disappear. Those worries are inside you, and you need to deal with them directly. It's about working with your horse, not just expecting the horse to fix how you feel. Yeah. The horse is not there to contain your emotions. It can definitely support you. However, believing that if you just get a good, calm horse will fix all your problems, it's a common mistake. And I come across ladies that they have horses that were advertised as calm horses. However, because the owners are quite anxious, their horse doesn't feel safe, or doesn't know if he has a leader, so the horse become anxious as well. And unfortunately, I see it more than once. We put all our hopes and dreams onto this one special horse, and sometimes it works out quite well, but when it doesn't, it's really heartbreaking to see. And then it takes even longer because we need to address the horse's traumas as well. So we can only take care of ourselves. Relying on a horse or a neighbor or a coach or trainer to fix the problems, for me, it's a misbelief. Does that make sense? Yeah. Comment the word horse if that makes sense to you, and I'll refresh that in the meantime, so I know if you had any comments. So, I come across riders who start avoiding riding altogether. They put it off, they make excuses, or just stay away from the adjustment, or from the stable, or from the paddock. I know you all heard about procrastination, and it's often a sign that you're trying to avoid those uncomfortable feelings such as fear and anxiety. It might feel easier in the short term to just avoid riding until I'm ready, or the horse is ready, or wait until the perfect weather to ride. But it actually keeps you stuck in the cycle of fear. So who here is feeling that they talk themselves not to ride today or tomorrow with different excuses? Now, I'm saying it with love. Don't get me wrong. I've been there myself and I know those excuses very well. It's not a judgmental point whatsoever. It's just for you to be aware of your thoughts, right? Um, and of course, let's not forget the what if scenarios. This can be especially tricky because they feel so real, even though they often represent our deepest fears, not necessarily likely outcomes. So your mind, in an attempt to protect you, might start playing up a whole host of worst case scenarios, such as what if I fall again and this time I get seriously injured? Or what if I can't control my horse and they run away with me? What if everyone in the show or competition is watching me and I completely mess up my course? What if I disappoint my trainer or my family or even myself? Yeah, these what ifs are often rooted in the past experience, perceived pressures, and inherent risk associated with riding. They can latch onto a small seed of doubt and grow into monstrous fear that seems overwhelming. It's like your brain is playing a highlight reel of all the things that could possibly go wrong, making it incredibly difficult to focus on the present moment or imagine a positive outcome. I like to call it that our mind is hijacking our body. So we don't need to feel. We don't need to feel the true emotions. When we are not in a body, we are not present. So these what if scenarios are taking us away from being present with our horse and being present in our body. These thoughts can become so intrusive that they paralyze us with anxiety, making it almost impossible to even think about getting back on in the saddle. And they can lead to avoidance, procrastination, even complete avoidance from riding altogether. But the problem is the more we dwell on these what ifs, the more powerful they become, creating self-fulfilling prophecy of fear and holding you back from moving forward. So it's crucial to understand that these thoughts are not facts. They're simply possibilities, and often highly unlikely ones at that. Learning to recognize these what ifs as fear-based thoughts rather than predictions of the future is a crucial step in breaking free from their grip. There's different techniques that I can share with you, how to be more present and how to avoid the scenarios of the what ifs. And I remember that when I felt so anxious and the what ifs kept playing in my mind until it actually stopped me from riding for a while, I tried to explain that to my husband, how I feel. He's not really a horsey person, so he couldn't understand why I just can't go and ride. Why am I making it so difficult? And to be honest, it did hurt, because he didn't understand what I've gone through, and I didn't have the support. But I was very curious to see why I was feeling this way. So I decided that I don't want to feel this way anymore. And although he couldn't help me, I decided to try and find help myself. Plus, my horse was in agistment. I don't have a private property, so I couldn't bear the thoughts that paying so much money for his agistment fees, the feed, the farrier, and I couldn't ride. That it didn't justify at all all the costs. I could not bear, I remember I could not bear the thought that my money was going to waste. So I decided to do something about it. And it's taken me a while. And at first I didn't know what I was looking for until I stumbled upon the therapy modality that I teach you. So I have in this therapy some tools, easy tools and strategies to help you stay present, help you recognize when your mind is hijacking your body and bring you back to present moment, helping you feel calm and grounded and present. So we can work together to figure out why you're feeling this way and find ways to cope. We can challenge those negative thoughts, including those what if scenarios, and help you understand your experiences better. So instead of focusing on what you should be feeling, we'll focus on what you are feeling with kindness and understanding and compassion. We can also try some exercises to help you connect with your body and let go of any built up tension. If that sounds good to you, I invite you to just write the word me below. And what I'll do, I'll just reach out to you to have a chat to see where you are right now and what you're looking to achieve and if I may be able to help. There's no cost whatsoever. It's just about 15 to 20 minutes free consultation to see if I can help and what you're struggling with. And I'd like you to remember you are not alone. Lots of riders go through this. By being honest about your feelings, getting some support, and working on those inner worries, you can get back to enjoying your riding and feeling confident in yourself. You deserve to feel good about your riding, and you can reach your goals. So comment me below and let's just have a chat. I'll see you next Thursday. See ya.